So, today, there's a subject that I want to cover real quick. It's on the topic of authority. And everybody likes that topic. Um, Authority. What is authority? Authority is the boss. Authority is the guy in charge. So, what is authority? Again, authority is the boss, blah, blah, blah. I mean, where does authority come from? Why do we have authority? Why do we need leaders in the first place? Well, let's go back a few million years to tribalness times when if you didn't listen to the veteran hunter, you would get gored by a buffalo mammoth thing with a horn on its head that might kill you, or sharp teeth. And if you don't do what the veteran hunter guy says, the authority on hunting, then you might get eaten by a vicious creature. Back in the village, if you don't listen to Mr. Chief or Mr. Big Cheese, then you're probably, well, you're going to be an outcast for one, but beside that, you're probably not going to maybe have the best knowledge about things. Like the chief, he might know about signs of, what to look for whatever, for seasons, and is it going to be a successful growing season this year, or are we going to need to do something drastic? So, listen to the guy in charge because he's got the most experience. He knows what he's doing. He should know what he's doing anyway. And if they put somebody in charge who isn't experienced and who thinks he's experienced and he makes bad decisions, then everybody dies. And again, the people who didn't tend to listen to the veteran hunter or the authoritative leader of the tribe tended not to have quite as many descendants for some reason. I don't know exactly why. Authority would tell you to, look to me, I will protect you, I will keep you safe, I will tell you when it is good to plant your food or to go on the hunt or whatever. And there's also a shunning of the rival groups. Don't come in and steal our food because then we will starve, and starving is not good for anybody. Especially the person who's the one being starved. So we have a genetic reason to trust in authority and to do what they say. It's built into us, kind of, by this point. Both psychologically when we're born and we're taught to listen to the teacher, listen to the cop, listen to the government. It's instilled into us psychologically from the time we're born, and it's probably somewhat genetic as well. Maybe more genetic than psychological, maybe more psychological than genetic. At this point, who really knows? The debate still rages on. I have to make this quick before the time gets too timely, too lengthy. Today, what are we doing today? Today we are sending our kids to public schools, or whatever, to schools, so that they can learn stuff. At these public schools, they tend to make leaders, quote-unquote leaders, out of followers, out of the people who do the best tests, people who get the best answers, people who do what the teacher says, people who walk straightly in line, people who are able to listen and follow instructions. They're going to get the best grades, they're going to get the best accolades, they're going to feel superior because they're getting these accolades, and because, everybody, teacher, so I will, as a teacher, I'm going to bestow you with my praises in front of the class. So when the class says, the teacher likes that guy, he must be doing good, I'm going to go to this guy and make him feel all good and say, hey, teacher's pet, can you help me with my homework since you are so smart? And that gives the teacher's pet, ooh, everybody loves me, I'm awesome. What about the people who misbehave? People who disrupt class? Brr, they're bad. Everybody hates them. The teacher frowns upon them, talks bad about them, gets all the other kids to say, they're really bad. Nobody.
But the thing is that a lot of these people who disrupt the classes do so because they might not understand the subject. They might want to ask difficult questions that maybe the teacher doesn't know the answer to, and the teacher doesn't like that. So the teacher is going to sometimes, not all the time, some teachers are good, don't get me wrong, I don't hate teachers. Teachers, yeah, take me at my word. So the people who disrupt the class, maybe they have a different interest. Maybe they're not interested in geology. Maybe they're interested in something completely different. That's perfectly fine. People are allowed to have different interests, right? Celebrate diversity. Yeah. So the kids who have different interests outside of the realm of the academic sector that they're in at the moment, or the kids who maybe they know the subject better than the teacher, maybe they watch documentaries or read books on their own at home and they know something about this subject that the teacher's not touching on, and they want to say, hey, what about this? And the teacher's like, fuck you, don't ask questions, I'm the boss. So then those kids who genuinely want to know the information feel like they're stupid, and when you feel like you're stupid, you're gonna feel like you're stupid. Your confidence is gonna go, and other people who they're getting all the praises and rewards, their confidence is going, woo, yeah, everybody loves us. So what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna get the best jobs because they got the best grades. They're gonna get to go to the best colleges because they got the best grades. A lot of them are going to become our leaders, because we want our leaders to know what they're doing, and the people with the best grades obviously know what they're doing, right? Not all the time, unfortunately. But we like to set up these people into positions of authority when they might not actually know the subject matter. They might have just been really good at listening and falling in line and being a follower. So unfortunately, we've got, I think, a lot of leaders who are natural born followers, but they think that they're leaders now because they've been given a position of authority. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So we have this evolutionary instinct to follow them because we assume that because they've been placed in a position of authority that they have authority, so we want to follow them and do what they say. Well, again, what if they don't know what they're doing? What if the only reason they're in authority is because they answered all the questions right? They smiled at the teacher. You know, how many of you have had managers at a job where you knew that the manager didn't know what he was doing? He got the manager job by fondling the boss's cock. You know, rather than doing the job, doing the dishes and sweeping the floor and trying to actually do a good job. He talks nice, he gets buddy-buddy with the boss, and now he gets promoted because he made the boss feel good. And the people who actually want to know what they're doing, people who might question commands, are relegated to the bottom rung. Me, I like to know what I'm doing. When somebody comes up to me and tells me to do something and I say why, I'm not saying why because I'm trying to be a rebel and trying to be an ass. I'm asking why because I want to know what I'm doing. I want to understand what's going on. I want to understand how things work, the processes. So if I have a manager comes up to me and says, do this, and I say, why am I doing this? What's this going to do? What is this fulfilling? And he says, don't ask questions, just do what I say. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm asking questions because I want to know the answer, dipshit. Not because I think you're a dork. Although, maybe. I don't know. That all depends. But yeah, I have a problem with being told what to do, as though I'm a drone. And I have a problem with the people telling me what to do being drones. I gotta finish this up because I think it's way past 5 minutes at this point. I think that we have an all too common unquestioning trust in authority that has really done us some harm, because oftentimes the authority they don't know what they're doing. Oftentimes, not all the time. Some people are legitimate authorities. Some people have been working in their career, been working in their specialty for a very long time and they understand what they're doing. That's a legitimate authority. Somebody that I can ask a question to, or ask a question, and he's gonna explain to me the answer because he likes his job. He likes what he's doing. He's interested in it. He loves his specialty, so he wants to tell me about it. And he likes that I'm asking questions because it means that I'm interested in it. If I'm interested in what he's interested in, hey, buddy, buddy. Like, but in a different way than the other scenario. And I think what I want to point out, I want to point out something that I believe, at least right now, that a true leader, somebody who, a child who will become a true leader is a child that will ask questions, a child who wants to know. Because they want to know, not because they want to pass the test. They want to know because they want to understand. They want it to work in their heads. They don't just want to get all the right answers and get all the accolades. They want to understand things so that they know what they're doing. So, I don't know if my point was clear, but I'm going to stop there because if I ramble on too much longer, I'm going to make another super long video. I had already tried to do this once. It ended up being 18 minutes. Unacceptable. So, there's a trimmed down version, not as good. I left a lot of stuff out. And I don't know if I got the point across, but we'll see.